she performs like she already has a reputation for being, you know, charisma, uniqueness, nerve, and talent. And she doesn't really need to over exhaust herself. Like, oh, y'all know I can do it, so let me just take my time and do a little piece for you. Hey everyone, I'm here by myself this week to review Legendary Season 3. Now, Danny couldn't make it, scheduling conflicts, but he'll be back next week. Don't worry about it. Now, I want to jump right into this first episode because HBO Max feels like it's necessary to put out 3 episodes per week, which personally stresses me out and makes me feel like, do you not think that the fandom has a long enough attention span to watch this for like 8 weeks on end instead of just like 3 weeks and the season's done? Anyways, without further ado, let's get into this gig.
Keke Palmer, Naomi, Roach, Amila Jamil, the stunning Miss Issa Rae.
Let's start with the judges. I do enjoy what the judges are wearing this week. Everyone is looking really cute except for Roach, and he's a stylist. Mr. Roach's Beetlejuice, it's not giving. It's not giving. That little green wig, and it's not even the wig alone, it's also the suit. The suit, it looks hella cheap. And yeah, if I were Roach, working with what he has, I would customize a lot of my outfits. Just because it's couture or it's a brand name designer doesn't mean that it's going to read the same way on you, you know? And so I would customize things, but embellish it a little bit. Like, you're a stylist, style it. I feel like you're giving me real basic and not even trying. And that's kind of upsetting to me. But to each their own. I loved seeing Issa Rae. Issa Rae is one of my absolute faves. Sad Insecure is no longer around, but she's giving us plenty of great content all over the freaking universe. I love her outfit. I think she looks good. She put in a lot of effort. You can tell she's a fan of the show. And I like when the guest judges are actual fans of the show. It makes them being on that much better. So it seems like they're changing up a few things from last season, which I don't hate, because last season a lot of people were like up in arms. You have someone in the bottom and then they win a category and they get 10 points, and then all of a sudden they're Superior House. This time around it's 5 points if you win a category. And okay, whatever, that's cool with me. 5 seems fair. 10 was excessive. I did think that when they did it, but because the house I favored kept winning categories, I just kept living for it. I was like, work. You go off. Let's get into the first house of the night, Revlon. Now, Revlon has been a really, what would you say, the French word, ooh la la, na na na. I don't speak French, girl. I did it one semester in college, passed it, but I don't know nothing in French. I love Revlon. They are one of the houses to watch. They are like within that top 2, top 3 houses, and I'm really excited for them. Let me just put this out there. My top 3 fave houses as of now include Revlon, House of Juicy Couture, and of course Yohji Yamamoto, because they're just those people and they excite me. They feel like a house. They feel like they are connected. I love them. But let me digress and go into Revlon. Revlon overall got a score of 44 from the judges, which is a pretty good score. They did an American Horror Story theme, which did not disappoint me because I am a big fan of American Horror Story. So automatically I'm excited for you. And they did one of my favorite seasons of it, which is the Coven season. I thought it was really good. When I saw them as Angela Bassett, like killing the snake in the blood and then licking it, I said it's over and I'm living. Literally, I was on the edge of my seat like, this looks incredible. The outfits were amazing. The performance was like really neat and really tight. For me, it was giving a 9. I felt like they deserved a solid 9, not a full 10, but a solid 9. And I feel like everything the judges said was really fair. The House of Yoji Yamamoto, they decided to come out as Carrie. And I love this film. And I thought, one, that house member that dressed as Carrie, stunning, beautiful face. When that category comes around, put her up front because she's serving what needs to be served on the main stage. I loved her. I loved the choreography. I thought it was really neat and it was impactful, but I do feel like it needed more dynamic, intricate, more movements. It just felt like it was a lot of the same thing. Like, yes, I get it, you're controlling them because, you know, telekinetic, all of that, but it just felt like they were doing the same thing over and over. And that kind of disappointed me. And then the performance kind of felt short in a way. I don't know. I didn't time it, but it felt shorter. And I was like, like clean, very clean. I like it, but I wanted more. It was like whenever I decide to go vegan for a week, it's like the food's clean. I could do with some chicken though. You know what I mean? It's giving that. And so I would have given them a solid 7. And I don't like giving 7s, but especially to you guys because I like you so much, but I feel like I have to be fair. I just wanted more. You looked good. I just wanted you to House of Ada. The House of Ada. I like Ada. Ada, to me, is a really beautiful house. You can tell that they love each other. You can tell that there's family there, and that's very important. I got distracted. I really didn't see a lot of the hand performance because the boobs were doing so much, and that was an issue for me. I was so focused on the breastplates, I lost the hands. It just looked messy and sloppy, and that's just how I feel about that whole situation. And I don't even feel like the person that was highlighted was doing enough voguing. It just felt like, you know what it felt like? When a queen on Drag Race tries to vogue. That's what it kind of felt like for me. It was like, what you doing, girl? Okay, work. Not really. They got an overall score of 37. I would have given them a strong 5 or 6. For me. Again, I don't affect your bag. I'm not adding you in the comments or in your DMs, so chill out, relax. Just my opinion. Help us! The House of Alpha and Omega, full of beautiful, beautiful, beautiful men. Now, they portrayed Saw, which, not one of my favorite horror films at all, but I did love the Father of the House. I feel like the Father of the House carries every single episode. Like, he seems like he carries his house on his back. Whew, strong shoulders. I loved his characterization. I loved his entire performance throughout. But everyone else kind of read zombie more than like captives of Saw. And so I wasn't sure what that part was about, but I will tell you, it was very sickening seeing him on that little bicycle, giving his hand performance and then like controlling people. It was really good. Like, he is beauty and talent, hard to come by. Y'all better flood his DMs. Go get what you can get out of that. Law gave them his gag flag because they were getting a lot of low scores and he was afraid they were going to fall in the bottom. And I was really shocked that Law gave them his gag flag. I know Law likes them because they're beautiful, beautiful men, but I was really shocked and happy at the same time because I'm like, I don't want them to battle yet. I want them to come back and like, you know, I want them to prove themselves and get another opportunity and not have to like crawl out of the bottom. So I appreciated that. They deserve it. I would have given their performance a solid 7. The House of Juicy Couture. They were all Freddy Kruegers. And let me tell you, okay, I don't know where people were coming from underneath or behind the bed, but that was freaking sickening the way they were just appearing out of thin air. I loved everything about the performance. I didn't expect this much from Juicy Couture, I'm going to be honest with you. When I first saw them episode 1, or the first time they appeared on the show, I said, okay, one, I don't live for the house name. I don't live for it because I'm not a Juicy Couture fan. Tracksuits, ew. But they're that girl. They are that girl and they know it. Their confidence is giving me, ooh, I live. Like, if you got it, flaunt it. If you know you're that bitch, then just stand in your truth and exude that. Don't dim your light for anybody else. And I appreciate them. They were 10s across the board for me. I didn't have one single thing that I was like, this could have been better. I was just loving the entire thing. And they did get 10s across the board by all the judges. And they deserve it. Fully. On to the House of Makaveli. Okay, so Makaveli was missing a member because of an injury. So from the bat, you know, they're going through it. And the mother of the house was the one that wanted to do the hand performance. And I thought to myself, you know what? I said, self, why does this mother want to do the hand performance? Myself said, I don't know, but it's very strange because she is very lazy in her voguing. And I said, yeah, you're right. This is going to be a disaster. And it was. I did not like it. I really didn't like it. I just thought they should have been gone 2 weeks ago. And I don't want to seem harsh or like I'm being mean, I promise you. But Jesus, how much, how many times do we need to be in the same spot, talking about the same thing? The fact that they perform like they are on Ambien, the fact that the mother performs in slow motion, the fact that they perform like they're in rehearsals. And this is another thing as a performer, because I am a performer. And so when I say what I'm saying, it's not out of the side of my neck. It's because I know how it's supposed to look. Let me simmer down. The thing is, how you rehearse it is how you're going to present it. And she performs like she already has a reputation for being, you know, charisma, uniqueness, nerve, and talent. And she doesn't really need to over exhaust herself. Like, oh, y'all know I can do it, so let me just take my time and do a little piece for you. It's kind of that energy. And I'm just like, no, I don't know you. I don't know you like that. I need you to give me everything you got so that I can fall in love with you. And they don't understand that when you're on the show like this, it's not just about winning $100,000 and splitting it between 5 group members, because after taxes in America, you're probably going to get $60,000. and then splitting that 5 ways, it's not that big of a payday. Everyone gets a little over, you know, let's see, over $10,000, whatever. The biggest part you need to pay attention to while you are on this show is that you're on a huge platform and you're being introduced to a lot of people who probably would never know who you are outside of this show. In the ballroom scene, you're probably legends, icons, you know? But here, I'm looking at you like, who this bitch? Who that hoe? I don't know them. But this is your introduction to me, and this is your opportunity to make me fall in love with you. So if in the future you want to, I don't know, come to Canada and get booked, let's say I'm having an event and I just fall in love with you guys and I'm like, I want them to perform at my event. I will look into my pocketbook. I will go on your little booking website or your email. I will tell you that I'm willing to pay for you and your house to fly out here and perform, and I'll put you up in a hotel and pay you a decent wage. And then you get more opportunities like that, and you get to tour maybe. If you want to sell some merch, then hey, I'll go on your website and I'll buy it because I've now fallen in love with you as a house and I'm a fan of yours. That is the type of platform you have, and that's how you need to use it. The Drag Race girls understand. Y'all legendary people need to keep up now. I know Legendary is new and Drag Race is like 14 seasons in, but why am I comparing the two? Because they're the two shows that I react to and review mostly, so it's kind of in my wheelhouse. I feel like you guys need to look at this more as a business opportunity and less as like you're in ballroom. It's cool when you're in ballroom and you win a cash prize, but you really don't go further than that apart from touring, going across the states and doing more balls. You need to look at this as an opportunity to get more gigs. Make me like you, work hard, have heart. I'm missing all of that. On to the House of La Beja. The House of La Beja did their the ring, which I thought was really cute. However, the person they had highlighting the hand performance, their outfit was full of so much hair, which I was like, why does your outfit have hair on it? The ring, that girl is in like a little white dress that's soaked and tethered. I don't understand the hair. And it was so much hair that I missed the hand performance. All the movements got lost because it was a lot of hair. And that's just how I felt about it. The judges didn't really seem to mind. But yeah, I find the hair distracting. I would have given this performance a solid 8. I didn't hate it. They did a good job. And to be honest, Aja keeps on carrying this freaking house. Literally, on her back.
Historically, a male identifying person dressed in female's clothing.
So, you know, they have this extra category that they do now after the houses have done their performance together. So one member of each house has to come out and walk.
Bad old bitch, a nasty runway punk. This is Soho La Beja versus Kiana Revlon. Yes, push queen up in drags, run to the runway.
All the houses came through, and the last 2 houses that remained were La Beja and Revlon. The mother, Kiana from Revlon, won because her walk was just the best. And that's how the cookie crumbled. I was pleased with it. I didn't feel like anyone was robbed.
Chop to the bitch, bam! So chop to the bitch, bam! Chop to the bitch, bam!
So in the bottom 2, you have Makaveli and the House of Ada. Makaveli sweeps the floor with them, but that's me exaggerating. I wouldn't say anyone swept the floor with anyone. The battles this season are so lackluster. Makaveli won. Let's get that out of the way. Let's get into my little rant. I feel like there's not been a season as good as season 1. And I feel like no one's going to agree with me. A lot of people are going to say season 2 was better than season 1. But there was a fire about season 1. When you think of the houses, I keep forgetting the name of the house that came second. But when you have like people like Mother Erica and Father Jamari, and how they fought, and Father London and Father freaking Gorgeous Gucci. I love him. I follow him on Instagram. What's his name? When you have those type of people and how they fought for their houses, and how when they're in battles they were giving it. When you had Michaela running up on freaking ladders and jumping off his stuff, and we had Father Jamari like putting his whole crotch in that guy's freaking face in a battle, and like the level of heart that they had made me feel like it was Ballroom. And the level of fire that they vogued with made you feel like they were coming for blood and they were hungry for this opportunity and the money. Now, season 2, it was really good. Like, you had some really professional teams, and Tishi was amazing. Balenciaga was amazing. Father Arturo and his winning house, they were amazing. Like, can't take that away from them at all. But I just loved the fire that I got from first season. It was a different energy. It felt more grunge. It felt more like do or die. And now we're at season 3, and I'm not getting the professionalism and cleanliness as I got from season 2, and I'm not getting the heart, fire, hunger, authenticity from season 1. I'm getting, why the hell are y'all here? I'm getting, maybe we should stop inviting these new houses that are not fully developed and just bring back old houses that have already been on the show, and just make it like every year, even if you won the last year or whatever, you can just come back and compete. Everybody, the best ones just get to come back and compete every year, because at this point I'd rather see someone I've seen before come compete and give me a good show than to see some new bitches who are fucking lame. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching this week's video. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Hey beautiful humans, you've made it this far in this video. Why not subscribe to my Patreon? You can sign up for exclusive content I don't post on YouTube, or support me making content for this channel. Speaking of, why don't you watch another video?